Hello, today's date is February 15th, 2008. It's almost 12 midnight, and I want to record my workout for today. Today I was required, according to my plan, to run a 7:36 per mile run for 7 miles at a 4% grade, and I actually did not meet up to that expectation. I exceeded some areas, but I modified the workout slightly. I wound up running that same workout for 7 miles, only this time what I did was every 2 minutes I alternated between 4% grade and a 0% grade. I started out at 4% grade at 8 miles per hour, and then after 2 minutes I went down to a 0% grade and then raised it up to at 4% again. And I actually completed the mileage according to the plan, and I also ran slightly faster. I averaged a 7-minute and 30-second pace per mile versus a 7:36 per mile. And so I really want to say that running up hills is the best thing for your training for 2 reasons. Number one, hill training allows you to increase your lactate threshold, which is the second reason I wanted to tell you, but I might as well get it out of the way. Lactate threshold, of course, is your ability to pick up your speed. By running uphill at a certain speed, you actually run faster once you have to go run a straightaway, and it works out very good for you. Second reason, of course, is the obvious reason. Hill training prepares you for hills, so that worked out real well for me. My total workout today was 908 calories burned. I ran 7.07 miles, 7.067 to be exact, 53 minutes, and I took breaks at the 5-minute breaks at the 20 and 40-minute marks. They were short breaks, as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, I ran 8.0 miles per hour the entire run, which is a 7:30 per mile. And I want to say there was something that came up on my mind today that really something you need to think about when you do your training. If you don't have a problem, like you don't like to drink, like have a few beers, you probably have a problem maybe eating sweets. And obese or people that have a weight problem, of course, usually have a problem with eating too much or sweets or whatever. And I wanted to say that I was thinking about drinking some beer tonight, and I figured, well, I got 9.5 weeks officially before my run, so I figured, why not just drink some beer tonight? When I thought about it, I thought it's not such a good idea to do that because you want to optimize your ability to run this marathon. You said you want to beat Lance Armstrong. You said you want to run a sub-3 marathon. And if you can't beat Lance Armstrong, then by golly, finish within 10 minutes of his score. So I figured that's my goal. That's what I've got to do. Well, if you drink beer, it may not hurt you in the short run, but there's more of a psychological thing going on in my head saying to myself, well, don't be so obsessed with the fact that you might drink some beer tonight and it's a Friday night. Why not? You can watch your videos or YouTube or whatever, but you can. It really shows how much do you have what it takes to have the discipline to be willing to make the sacrifice in order to win and to be where you want to be. So I think that the moral of this story is be willing to sacrifice the things you like to do in the short term so you can achieve your goals, which will fulfill you in the long term and make you feel much better. And even if the things that you think are not going to affect you really are going to affect you, you should do it because it's going to make you a much better person. This is something I thought about because when I was cleaning off my sweaty treadmill, I thought, maybe I will grab a 6-pack of light beer, and even though I'll probably pile on half the calories that I burned off on my treadmill, it'd be great, And so anyways, I didn't buy the beer at this point yet, and I don't think I will. In fact, I know I won't because I said so, and if I say so, I'm not going to do it. Something very minor happened. I bumped my right foot on a bedboard. It was sticking out of my bed. It fell off, and thank God I just smacked it lightly on the bone part. And one of the other things I want to say about safety when training, safety does not just include, making sure you stretch properly and make sure that you've got your safety pin on when you're running on your treadmill. It means if you're going to walk around barefoot, make sure you're aware of your surroundings because, last thing you want to do before a marathon is stub your toe, bump your knee on something that potentially could make your run, screw up your training or your run. So don't do that. My leg is fine. I'm a hypochondriac at times, so that probably is part of it too. My foot is fine though. I'm not hurting or anything, but you bump a bony part, it's bone to wood, and it's not a good feeling. So just pay attention to little things, pay attention to your surroundings. And anything that can happen will happen. If you see something that you potentially could trip over, if potentially can, and chances are you will happen. So that's about that. And again, my training's going really well for me, and I'm just going to keep plugging away. Tomorrow, I have an interesting run. I got to run. Is it 10 miles, or I think it's a 10-mile run or something like that. I got to run at a 6:52 pace, which is like my marathon pace in order to finish the marathon. So like 8.8 miles per hour. It's a pretty fast pace. So anyways, I did a good job today, and I don't want to keep boring you because I want to keep these down no longer than 5 minutes. So I'm out of here, and today's date is February 15th, 2008, and you guys all have a great time. Bye-bye.